channel. You know what time it is, No Press Fam. Welcome everyone to another episode of The Beatdown, the segment where we take multitudes of characters from across many universes and have them battle it out. I am your gracious host, Class, and if you enjoy our content, share, like, subscribe, and become a No Press fan member. We put out new episodes every week. Also, if you want to learn about origins or abilities, check out our playlist titled Brief Origins or BAF. Quick ad, Happy New Year's guys, and what a better way to kick off the new year with some fresh faces in the arena. With introductions said, let's get down to the beat. In this corner, representing Marvel Comics, Norman Osborn, aka the Green Goblin. Here's the endgame on this end. Green Goblin most likely uses his strengths to overtake Master Chief, and one of those strengths happens to be his genius intellect. With his mind, he has managed to create certain devices detrimental to fighters who dare cross his path. Let's say without prep time, he still has tons of weapons to choose from to create an impact in delaying any serious damage Master Chief might attempt to do. He has gases that have weakened powerful beings, which he could probably implement on Chief, weaken possibly his body considering it is augmented. Of course, he'll need access to the helmet, which can be done with a good old-fashioned acid bomb. Enough of those will damage the armor enough for exposure, granting the gas access. Of course, the other option is taking off the helmet, but given Norman's mind and other over-the-top super soldier abilities, he may be able to get the drop on Chief and get it off of him long enough to deliver the gas into the lungs. With time, he could plan around each piece of equipment the Spartan might have in his arsenal, rendering him weaponless and only relying on his skills and physical prowess. Might be enough, but bear to mind Spider-Man is no slouch, and doing the dance with him requires some pretty incredible gifts, and that's where Green Goblin might give him a run for his money. Another is the glider, a very useful piece of equipment that gives Goblin mobility, and with that flying mobility he could create distance to avoid attacks or get the drop on Master Chief using the sky to his advantage. He can also drop those pumpkin bombs at Master Chief to really keep his focus on dodging then strategizing, and if he happens to drop the bomb that melts things, it might be able to harm the suit of armor Master Chief relies on for certain defenses. Defense wise, he doesn't have a spiffy armor suit on him like Master Chief does, but what he lacks in armor he makes up with incredible reflexes, sometimes outmaneuvering the web crawler. That was a mouthful. I mentioned this because Master Chief has an array of weapons from grenades to serious ammo weapons. He would need incredible speed to be able to avoid things flying in the air like that. His fingertips might be able to provide the element of surprise, as in a fight Master Chief may not be aware of the Green Goblin's power, and at that moment Norman uses his bolt of electricity to either damage Master Chief's armor tech or at least give him a weak in the knees. He too has a special armor suit he can call upon to help him better his odds. Though it was stolen from Stark's tech, aka Iron Man, fault, it's still a pretty impressive piece of hardware. This thing has AI, as you know, along with several sorts of weapons for countermeasures against opponents. We're talking mini missiles to energy beams to name a handful. He levels up to Red Goblin and Master Chief is toast. In this form, several heroes attempted to put the hurt on the man, but with the combination of carnage in him, he was practically unstoppable. He took on Venom, Miles Morales' Spider-Man, the works. Truly, in this form, Master Chief would be way over his head. One of those pumpkin bombs placed Spider-Man out of commission. Imagine if he delivers the same type of damage to Master Chief during their scuffle. To even his odds even greater, he could strategize ways to remove the armor off Master Chief. Now yes, the Chief is still pretty super soldier without it, but the suit increases will no longer be a factor, and since you can't really remove the extra boost of strength Green Goblin has because of his serum, it's safe to bet to say he has Master Chief's number. Sorry if that was all weirdly said. His brain, Tony stolen tech, and his personal serum will get him the W over the Chief. And in this corner, representing Xbox Microsoft video games Halo franchise, Master Chief, John 117. Now let's talk about the endgame. He's a quicker thinker in the battlefield, which makes him more of a threat than average foes. For example, fighters like Juggernaut would need time to come up with a play if they were placed in a jam that usually limits their capabilities, while fighters like Captain America require very little to form a plan to execute against their obstacle. Master Chief carries Cap's fast reaction thinking, allowing him to think his way during the crossfires how to get to his challenger up close and then beat the snot out of him. His armor suit works more to his favor than Green Goblin's Iron Patriot armor suit. Now, to some, Iron Patriot suit would clearly be the more superior firepower, given it possesses almost everything Master Chief's suit can do and more, but it's all about who has familiarized themselves with the armor more. Now, Norman got his suit a little more later in life, while Chief got his at a much younger age. Teenager's age. To some, youth is inexperience, but if you were to have that youth grow learning something consistently, it will eventually learn how to master it more growing into it. While sometimes the old saying goes, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. While granted, Norman may have intelligence on his side to help even his odds on learning to harness the suit's potential, it's something that still requires a moment to process, while Master Chief is sort of flows more naturally given he mastered the suit and its entirety. Thing will help him against those pesky pumpkin bombs and even the ones that can melt things. I'm talking about those bombs that have the ability to throw acid in them or incinerate or whatever they call it. If he gets to higher ground and decides to leap at the glider, it would cause serious trouble to Goblin's glider, maybe having it malfunction or even crush it on impact. Either way, the glider would be taken out and would leave Green Goblin to fend for himself on ground level. His suit grants him boost in his already insane feats. This means he could overpower Goblin and eventually outmaneuver him at some point during the close-up fight. If injuries would occur, he could use a special biofoam to help with any severe injuries to the anatomy. It's unlikely given his armor, but if Green Goblin found a way around the armor using perhaps gravity pressure device or a chemical that can rust material faster, either case of exposure for Goblin to exploit would be practically useless, as he still could fight even if the chest was half blown off. His UI, which is his universal intelligence for short, is truly a very necessary tool to take out Goblin, as it provides Chief with layouts to locations or even tech that Master Chief might not be familiar with, like the glider, may even be able to find weaknesses to Goblin and his weaponry. Environment-wise, if they met on his turf, being around another alien planet, it would favor him most of the time, as he gets familiar quickly to things, even the Covenant's equipment, which Green Goblin might figure out as well, but quicker draw would most likely be Chief. He is obviously the more skilled fighter amongst the two, given his many combat experience amongst the stars. His gun might be standard, but his energy blade and grenades sure aren't. The battle would clearly be a long, difficult one, but at the end of it all, Master Chief just seems to have more on his side when you look at the weaponry, armor, and enhancements, not to mention can handle more in a fight than Green Goblin could ever. Within a handful of Spartans, they could take out armies of Covenants, and then some. The long game and endurance favors the Spartans more, granting him sweet victory. But as always, no press fam, it's not up to me, it's up to you guys. So if you like either one of my arguments, you can hashtag Master Chief or you can hashtag Green Goblin. And if you feel I missed a point for either character, feel free to leave it down in our comments. Just be respectful. And as always, No Press fam, we really appreciate you guys keeping it 700 subs. Peace. Shout out to all my content supporters. Not working together, but we like to give credit where credit is due. Ivan the Unstoppable for all the knowledge of comic feats, Watch Mojo for origins and for all the background videos, Comic Historian, Comics Explained, and key issues. Go ahead and check them out and tap into the world of comics by supporting other creators. Link to channels will be in the description below.